Test, test, test. Beauty. All right. Just 1 second here. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the stream. Today, it is Mookie commentating on the Division 1 race here in DER. Today, we arrive at Baku for round 9 of Season 4. Currently 1.5 minutes left in qualifying. Yuri leads with a 1 minute 38.0. I apologize for being late. It was out of my control, and thankfully I got here before the start of the race, so at least we didn't miss any of the race. So Marios, Cutthroat, and Holland have all retired from qualifying. All the drivers are looking to start their final flying laps of the session here. Yuri is invalid. The steps on his out lap. Kaka's on a lap, but he's down. So it looks like everyone is either just finishing their out lap or just starting their flying lap. So we're going to ride on board with Yuri. He's currently sitting on pole with 2/10 behind him is Holland, but he is retired. So behind Holland is the steps. And there's a 9/10, 8.5 gap between Yuri and the steps. So it is pretty safe to say that Yuri's got this one in the bag. But let's see if he can improve. Maybe a 1 minute 37 for the Ferrari driver. Approaching the Sector 2 split now, the first intermediate as it's called. And Yuri is up on his time by 0.2 of a second. He sets the purple first sector. The checkered flag is out, so if you have not yet started your flying lap, your session is over. Going to the castle section now, whipping the car through. No fear for Yuri. On the exit now, turns on his overtake button. He's got lots of battery left in the tank, 80% to be exact. Approaching the final sector now. Nice and smooth. Through turn 15, approaching turn 16. Fourth gear, he's 2.5 up. Sets a purple middle sector as well. Let's see if it's going to be a 1 minute 37 for Yuri. In the Ferrari, flat out, left, right. And now approaching the DRS zone and the start-finish straight. Opening the DRS. He's out of ERS. Up to the line now for Yuri. It's a 1 minute 37.8. He improves his time. And it is pretty safe to say he's got this one in the bag. No one else really improving. Kaka stays in P2. Oh, Kaka actually passed the steps. I'm sorry. Kaka improves on his time and is up into P3. Paddy is also gaining. Says he's 7/10 up. If he can gain a little bit more time through the middle sector, the final sector, then P3 is his. Open the DRS. Let's see what Paddy can do. Currently in P5 with a 1 minute 39.2. It's P4 for Paddy. A good final flying lap from the Mercedes driver to improve to the second row of the grid. So Yuri on pole by 3.5 tenths of a second, 1 minute 37.8. Going down the rest of the grid, we have Holland, Kaká, Paddy, The Steps, Pickle, Oliver Ritchie, Jan. Oh, I don't know how to say that. Tran, maybe? Let's try Tran for now. Mihu, Naismith, Divine, Sparrow, G, Cutthroat, Marios, and James in the Mercedes. This is my first time commentating on Division 1 this season. So for those of you who don't know me, I am Mookie. I am an admin in DER, and I run the GT7 League in DER. I'm also the Division 2 commentator. So, hang on. I might be able to get a special guest in our party to do comms with me. Okay, let's try this. Hello, Logan. Can you hear me? Let's see if the stream can hear you. One quick second here. What's that? I could do a PlayStation party if you want. Yeah, the stream can't hear you, so let's try that. Here, I'll start it. Uh, JDM party. Okay, let's try that now. Yeah, I'm just seeing Holland's message now. That was a pretty good lap, but Yuri's pace was ridiculous.
Hello, everybody.
Let's see. Oh, spin! And Yuri's in the wall.
Oh, I
Yeah,
can't even see anything.
they can hear you.
Cool,
All right.
cool. Can you tell me
So
the
we
invite?
have a special guest in the commentary box today. Everyone say hello to Logan. He is one of our Gran Turismo drivers in the
Hello,
DER
everybody.
Gran Turismo League.
It has been a hot minute since I've done some commentary, so it is lovely to be back. I can't lie, I was just looking for something to do with my Tuesday, so here we are. With my Monday, sorry. So here we are.
All
Can
right.
you chuck
It
me an
is
invite?
formation lap time. So you know what that means.
What does that mean?
Oh, wait. Do you want me to share my screen to you?
No, you can invite me.
Okay, let's do. Okay, for commentary purposes, I think this is allowed. Do you have F1? You have F1. Yeah.
Of course I have one.
Okay. Okay, I sent it.
Thank you very much, sir.
So we're gonna take a look at tires. Oh, some on hards, some on mediums, and Mihu has gone for the softs. Very interesting.
I
So,
should probably start a stream on my own, hang on.
oh, into the wall goes Yuri once more.
Tell you what though, these guys like crashing on the fucking formation, love. Oh, I can't.
Yeah, I think
So watch my
tire
language, I
wear.
apologise.
Oh, good. I think tire wear is high around here, if I'm not mistaken. So,
Yes, Tower is always quite high around Baku. I think Mihu on the soft tyres, he's going to struggle a little bit.
yeah. So
Maybe if
quickly
he can go 5 or 6 laps into the race, but
before I
depends.
forget, we're gonna have a look at the championship. So leading the D1 Drivers' Championship is the Steps by 1 point over Yuri. It's 172 to 171. And then P3, we've got Kaka not too far behind with 159. In the Constructors' Championship, in P1, we've got Ferrari with 229 points. Behind them, Racing Bulls, only 6 points behind, 223. And in third place, Williams with 215 points. So, unlike D2, D1 is extremely tight in the championship as we wait for the lights to go out here in Baku. Do you want to say lights out?
You can. My PlayStation
All
is
right.
really lagging, so I actually cannot start my stream.
It's lights out, and away we go. Holland gets a good start, and he's challenging Yuri into turn 1 here. He's got the inside line, a little lockup on the front left, but it looks like he's got a better exit. Side by side, still side by side with Yuri into turn 2, and Yuri got the better exit that time.
Obviously, someone rubbing against the wall there. So, I'm not sure the damage. But they are atop each other.
And right through goes Kaka. Kaka is in the lead.
So everyone is in a Williams sandwich.
Front and back for Williams.
It's just like Haas in Brazil 22.
And the Steps getting eaten alive on that exit, and he makes contact with Pickle.
Contact.
Gives the position back.
Side by side in Castle, guys. Wow.
Very, very, very aggressive to start this Grand Prix.
It certainly seems so. 7 tenths the gap from P1 to P2. Any quicker, he'll have that DRS. Sorry, no, Haaland won't have the DRS. Apologies. You can tell it's been a while since I've done commentary. I'm making quite a few mistakes. Sounds like something familiar for me on GT. But already, the front two, just escaping away. They've already got a second to Yuri in the Ferrari. However, Yuri is on the hards. Oh, they're actually both on the hards. My apologies. Yuri and Haaland on the hard. So, Haaland, he seems to be a very quick driver.
He is. He's extremely quick.
What can you tell me?
Yeah, I don't think that was ideal for Yuri there, dropping 2 positions on the opening lap. Might have damage as well from the contact with Haaland. So let's see if he can recover it. But for Kaka, this is amazing for him. He's gotten the lead and he can pull away in the clean air. Not so fast though, because Haaland is alongside him and he's going to breeze past into turn 3.
Easy peasy. Look at Steps and Pickle. Once again, really close battle between the number 19 in the RB and the... I've got no idea what number he is because I can't see it. And the Sauber. All seeming very close so far. Miho in the Williams, quick update on him. He's actually made a move. He's in P16
Looks like
now.
number 68, but I can't tell.
It is...
88. Yeah.
And they're going to be the 2 numbers that I know, unless somebody is using my number. Yellows! Oh, there's a big crash!
Who's off?
In a little bit of a car park. Sparrow in the Red Bull. Into the barrier, and he's got front wing damage, so that will need to be a pit stop for the Red Bull driver. On the hard tyres, this is not what he wanted. Gonna have to be very careful through car so he doesn't hit the wall. Makes it through nice and clean.
Yeah.
Now, who else was involved in that?
As always, we're going to take a look at our position changes. Our hero of the opening lap is Cutthroat in the Haas. Down in P11, he's gained 4 positions since the start of this race. And our biggest faller is Mihu, dropping 5 positions from the opening lap.
Here comes Kaka on Haaland, though. Will we make the move into turn 1? He's getting closer, getting closer, getting closer. Backs out. He knows he's going to have a better opportunity down into turn 4.
DRS is extremely powerful around here, especially down the main straight.
Down through turn 2. The DRS open. He's on medium energy. I mean, I would be using Collab, but I am not Kaka. He's on... Oh, he's switching to none. Oh, shut up. Keeps the DRS open, close.
Huge rear lock up there from Haaland. Nearly clipped the wall.
The Sparrow doesn't do pit for the front wing change. The number 48 Red Bull driver onto the medium tyres. He's going to be irrelevant now unless there is a safety car in the latter stages of this race, which I can imagine there will be. at Baku. Always a safety car, no matter where you're racing
Very,
to.
very possible
Big
around
lockup
this
for
track.
Haaland. Having a look then. The Alpine from the Williams. Whoa! Oh, nearly into the wall there, sliding through Castle.
Pushing to
How did
the
he cut that out of
absolute
the
limit.
wall? Wow, but Yuri has started to gain again. 1.2 the gap. Started to gain. Not by much, but steady work, steady work. What will happen then? The rest of this lap. Haaland nearly into the wall again. But he's very, very quick. He's drifting. And again,
Got a bit of a battle brewing for P4 here between Pickle, Paddy, and the Steps.
I hadn't realised Steps had lost it. I used to race with Paddy actually.
Really?
Back on F123 in Nomex Racing.
Oh, I've heard of that league, actually.
Yeah, Cody came from there as well. I've raced with them before. They were really good drivers, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, I would want to go back, but I'm pretty sure the two owners don't like me. And Kieran, for that matter.
And
I've been
Kaká is
friendly with
retaking
a
the
lot of
lead
friends.
into turn one.
And Paddy also going into turn one, into P4.
Ahead of
Has some
Pickle.
power of, I'm not going to be able to say that. But he gets
Yeah.
the lead down on Smith in the Aston Martin. Down to turn 4 there with Haaland and Kaká. Haaland gets the lead back. If I was Kaká, I mean, I would have waited till turn 3. I have just been saying turn 4 the entire time.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Haaland seems to have very strong exits, though, so Kaká tried something different this time. It didn't really pay off in the end, but he's still very, very close to the Alpine, and we've got lots of time left before the end.
Number 5 of Cutthroat Pits, just like Sparrow, and he's going to be pretty irrelevant for the rest of this race. A front wing change for Haas. Through Castle once again, then who will win at this lap? Hopefully no one. However, it would spice things up quite a lot. Got a board of Steps through Castle, keeping it clean. Everyone seems to be keeping it clean. This is really good racing from the Division 1 drivers.
And we pride ourselves on being extremely clean and respectful here in DER, and the Division 1 drivers are putting on quite a show here so far.
I pride myself on spinning every race in the GT League. Down the front straight though, through the final little kink, the final corner, the first penalty for Jan in the second Aston Martin, the leader of the Astons on the track right now. But then, what does Kaká do? He's got the DRS shut. He's going to go for the overtake though. Did he
go
get
for
the
it
DRS?
again here.
He must have done, but he's gone for it. He's got the lead very close to some contact
Very
there.
close.
I think once Yuri can bring these tyres up to temperature, just get them into a groove, he can be a contender for the win once again. But Paddy, were you ever taking Pickle? There's
Oh,
Jan
Jan is retired. Oh, in the pit lane, though.
So Haaland does indeed get the lead back. So Yuri actually down to under a second.
Yuri is a dark horse in this race. On the fringes of DRS here, he's on the hard tires, so he can take those long, and he's kind of just been being a bit sneaky in the background there. And if he can have a really strong second stint, maybe go for an undercut, he is a true contender for the race win here today. We can see we have the top 3 all within DRS of each other, and then we've got 6 seconds to Lofty in P4. So it's going to be one of these 3, it looks like, for the race win.
Not sure why the game hasn't retired the Aston Martin. Seems to be doing it now, though.
Yeah, stopping at turn 3 on the runoff area.
Apologise, I'm not sure if you've mentioned this. He's under a second now.
Yeah, he is.
He's had a very, very strong middle sector through the final few corners of this racetrack.
The DRS is going to be extremely beneficial.
He's out of it. He's lost it. He's lost it.
Who? Oh, there's is that an RB? Or a Red Bull, maybe?
Easily one RB.
I don't know.
Oh my god, oh my word, here comes Steps. Whoa!
Oh, the Steps!
Wow. He had so much straight line speed there.
Gets 2 positions in one corner. Says, thank you very much.
Inside goes the Steps. He's got a couple of places in one corner.
And he's now looking ahead of him to the top 3.
Lofty going for the move on Paddy. Paddy covers him off. So, positions stay as they are. For the first time in this race, actually, we haven't seen a re-overtake down into turn 3. A lot of smoke up ahead of these guys for the top 3. They seem to just be locking up quite a lot. So, I mean, for them, it's probably not so good. I mean, it seems like a big lock-up there for the Alpine. So he's going to be destroying his tyres. And a big lock-up into Castle for Haaland as well. But it doesn't seem to be affecting him. He seems to be alright. So maybe he's just not getting returning.
The Kaká has actually dropped out of DRS from Holland now. And now Yuri is a real threat behind.
What can Yuri do? There's always one or two. Oh, he's actually in the wall! Yuri in the wall! And a big counter steer there for the Ferrari driver, keeping it from spinning all the way around. A very good save. But I think to keep Kaká in the race, he should have gone for that move last lap. He needed to. It was crucial for him. With the ERS, they're still quite similar. 25 for Haaland, 13 for Kaká, and 28 going down for Yuri in the Ferrari. He's going to gain.
He's got crazy straight line speed here, though. Is he going to send it into turn 1?
Oh,
nearly makes contact with the Williams.
On the 92 of the Williams on the.
Oh, we've got Pickle and Paddy side by side through turn 1 as well. The steps and Olo Richie as well. What a battle for P4.
Yuri gets Kaká.
Into turn 3 we go, and Yuri. Oh, and Kaká clips the wall on the inside.
Kaká clips the wall. Oh, did Paddy? He's. Oh, I forgot the bloody saying, for God's sake. Oh, dear.
No shortage of action here between P1 and P7.
Here in the Williams finally pits, getting a front wing change from the number 60. So 3 drivers have lost their front wing so far. Will he come out ahead of Sparrow in the Red Bull? We'll go on board with it. Actually, no, we won't. We've got some helicopter cam, some lovely jubbly helicopter cam. Go on board now because the blooming helicopter cam's gone. Mihu just about ahead, a second and a half to the Red Bull driver. So Mihu on the hard tyres. I think if it was just a normal pit stop, it would have helped him a lot more. But contact at the first turn, spun right round for the Williams driver. It wasn't very good for him.
So Mihu started on the softs, if I'm not mistaken.
He did.
Yeah, so he's now on hards. Maybe looking to go to the end. Cutthroat is also boxed to softs, which is interesting. Maybe he's going to go on to hards to the end.
Only 6 or 7 laps on these softs and they'll run out. Here comes Kaká then. He's got the DRS open this time. He shuts it halfway down the straight.
Interesting tactics, but Pickle is not going to back out. He's looking to make the move on Paddy here. Side by side into turn 1. Pickle's got the inside line. They make contact!
Whoa! And there is yellows at the back. Sparrow spinning the car right round. Kaká, he's too slow through the turn 1-2 section. He's too slow, so he loses all the time. The game update out today, by the way, so Toyota now sponsor the Haas car.
Paddy's going to try to take that place back into turn 4. Clips Pickle's rear left tire. Thankfully this time, they both get away unscathed.
Yes, contact, but they get away fine. Knick-knack, Paddywhack, give a dog a bone.
Sparrow pits.
Sparrow does indeed. Pretty good race though from our drivers so far. It's been very clean, maybe apart from 1 or 2 incidents, but Sparrow, second pit stop of the race already. I'm not sure if this was a front wing change. It was. Red Bull are going to run out of front wings. Kaká, he's lost a second now. He's nearly out of a second. We'll see, does he keep the DRS open down the straight? It's really to his advantage if he does. He does this time. Probably about 10 kph faster, but Paddy right on the rear of Pickle in the Sauber.
He's got some good overspeed.
Gets the move done. Here comes Richie on the steps. I've gone 1 too far for Richie on the steps. Doesn't make the move done. Doesn't get the move done. Apologies. Into turn 2. 1 by 1 by 1 by 1. They file. through turn 3, opening Vidiara to turn 3. Apologies, down the back straight. Does Pickle get Paddy back? No, he doesn't. Does Steps get Pickle? No, he doesn't. Does Richie get Steps? No, he doesn't. So one by one, they all go again. And we circle once more. But what can Kaka do, though? He's gone from leading this race quite consistently to P3. The mediums must be dropping off. The front two must have got their hearts nice and warmed up by now. So we'll
This
see.
is crucial for Yuri here to close the gap to Holland. Maybe an undercut as well can help him to get that position for the second stint.
There was a predicted strategy at some point, but I did not get it on my stream. So, oh dear. I think the hards, maybe they can go to lap 20, run softs the rest of the run softs for the final 6 laps. But just to let you know, probably not good on his part. I feel quite bad for the guy, considering it's my first race commentating. Maybe it's the Logan curse. If Sparrow does indeed have to pit again, which it doesn't look likely, unless he loses yet another front wing, he will. Whoa! As I say, oh my god, I should shut up. As I say it, he drives into the 10-1 wall. Doesn't get any damage though. But Kaka into the pit lane already on lap 10. This seems to be an early pit stop. So 16 more laps on the hard tyres for the Williams driver. Maybe he got damage throughout the lap.
Pickle able to re-overtake Paddy here into turn 1. Oh, and Kaka's in the pits as well. Oh no, that's what you just said. Sorry.
Goodness me. And I thought this guy was deaf enough on Gran Turismo.
Paddy, does he send it into turn 3? Makes the smart choice.
Very ambitious too. Be very ambitious too. But a change for P3 for the first time in a while. Paddy nearly into the wall. He's getting a bit trigger happy there.
Although Richie finds a way past Steps, it appears that the Steps is running an extremely low downforce setup. He's losing loads of time in the middle sector.
Paddy nearly into the back of Richie there and nearly into the wall. He's done a very good job to keep it out of the rear of Pickle there. But he would have absolutely destroyed the tyres.
Less track limits there for the Sauber.
As Martin Brundle says, his tyres are going to be like a 50p piece, if you know your British coins. Yeah, I did get that from the race yesterday. As Kaka, on the fresh hard tyres, gets the move done in a very unorthodox place on the McLaren of Transilo Sund.
Oh, spin!
Oh, and the McLaren spins! Just get it in reverse, son. Oh,
Tren has lost it on the exit of 15.
Oh, fastest lap. Wow. He's pulled out another 2 seconds. As somebody pits.
Is Lofty in the pits? It is. Lofty on the medium tires has made his pit stop.
Pretty smart choice though. The undercut was definitely a threat. If they didn't pit this lap, they would have to go. Obviously, they would have to go one more. That leaves them vulnerable to an overtake from Paddy, Richie, Steps, anyone. They could still.
Let's see where he comes out though, because he might get caught in traffic here.
No, he comes out just about in clean air. Maybe a second or so longer in the pit lane.
Thankfully for Pickle.
He would have been behind Tren.
Oh, side by side. Tren and Murillo sending it down the inside of turn 2. Lovely move from the Alpine driver.
Brilliant action in my first race. I'd probably be about 30 seconds off the back of him if I raced.
Divine Eye now looking to get past Tren and the McLaren. Maybe forced him to brake a little bit later, but doesn't get the move done on this occasion.
Can't lie, I'm still learning the owners of these stuff. So you're the owner of GT. I know that.
So I am part of the admin team. Divine is the proper owner.
Yeah.
Touchkey is the co-owner, and then I'm one of the admins, and I'm also the GT head admin.
Got it.
Yeah.
I think I should be blooming admin at some point. I'm hosting most of the races this season.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We gotta tell Divine.
Yeah, gotta get me a job. So
Divine,
finally, the gap's
very close to Tren here, making contact on the entry to 15. Shouldn't be front wing damage.
Yuri! He spun! Yuri spun! Yuri's
Was
got
that?
damage! Yuri's missing his end plate! Oh my god!
Oh no! It's gone to
This just confirms
disaster
Haaland
for
is going to
Yuri.
win the race. Haaland is easily winning this race now. Nobody's beating him. As a matter of fact, speaking of Haaland, he is catching a back marker of Sparrow as an Alpine picture of Rios. He will
So
come out in 50
was that on the exit of turn 1 for Yuri?
on the exit of turn 1, yeah.
Ah,
I think he understood playing into that turn 1 wall. It bounced him straight back across. I've done that quite a few times, except
yeah.
if that did happen, he's very lucky to not be out of this race.
This is an
He's
extremely
very lucky
difficult
not to be out
track,
of the race there.
especially when the
Really
tire
into the
wear
wall
kicks
at
in. It
Castle.
is a battle with you and the car.
Here comes Knick Knack Paddywhack. He's got a bone. I used to say that all the time in NMX. It was brilliant. It's unrelated.
And
First penalty
Naismith
for a driver.
has picked up
Smith in the
technically the second penalty in this race, but the first
First
of
of a running
the
driver.
drivers who are still running.
Will Yuri pay? He'll have to. He'll be forced onto a terrible strategy for him. 14 laps on the hard, 13 laps on the medium.
Paddy's making a case for P2 now, side by side with Yuri. Down the main straight, and Yuri pits. He must be replacing his front wing.
This is not good for the Ferrari driver. The only hope he's got now is at a very, very, very long undercut. But he needs Haaland to stay out extremely late into this race.
Those mediums will be screaming by the end. 14 laps is a very, very tall ask, especially around Baku.
Technically, there's 27 laps in the race because there's a formation lap.
And Tran, next driver to come into the pits, he took mediums for 12 laps. So maybe it is possible for Yuri.
Sparrow into the wall again. As he hit the wall in Castle, he doesn't hit the wall before Castle, but he's not hitting it in Castle. So that's really the only thing that matters.
Now that everyone is on different strategies, the field is starting to spread out a little bit more now.
I think Paddy might be in the net P3.
It's a battle between him and Kaka, but he definitely has the pace. He's a very fast driver. Let's see if he can have a solid second stint. It will surely help his chances.
100%. From my days racing with Paddy around this time last year, he's a really good guy. A nice guy. I crashed with him quite a few times. I didn't like him, but he's an alright guy. But NMX, they're alright lads.
You'd be like the perfect driver to have an interview with, like your character.
100%. Yeah, I mean, like, I like them, but, you know, fuck them. They're so annoying. Watch my language when I'm commentating, I apologise.
Oh, Cutthroat has left the session without retiring.
He's lagged out, I think.
Did he get disconnected? Did he rage?
Maybe.
Nobody knows.
It would retire him if he just quit to main menu. So,
Naismith.
into the wall. Pickle's pace has started to slow down a little bit. Has he tapped a wall somewhere? Can I have a look? As he drives past it, has he got damage in the number 88 Samba?
Doesn't look like it.
Smith tapping that wall. That has really, really saved Pickle there. But look at the time he's losing. 9 seconds to Kaka when it was 7. Granted, Kaka, he's gaining a lot to the steps, and to Richie, and to Paddy, as the two McLarens swap places down into turn 1. Transilo's actually running out of fuel. He's got the yellow bar, so they have to be quite conservative. Hopefully there's a safety car for his sake. Hopefully there's a safety car for Mr. Sparrow as well. And Cutthroat has indeed lagged out of the session because his car is ghosted.
Mihu and Rios.
Yeah, he's rejoined.
Currently one of 4 battles on the track right now. Marios has actually caught up to James in the Mercedes quite dramatically as well. Marios only half a second behind James as we approach the castle section now. Let's see how much more time he can gain.
I have just noticed Pickle. He's in the net P2, so I apologise. Paddy into the pit lane though. Where will he come out? I think he'll come out
This is
just behind
crucial for
Pickle.
Paddy.
Is it a front wing change? No. Simple. Onto the medium sides for the number 87 Mercedes. He might even come out ahead of Pickle. I could have been right all this time. Well, have a look. There goes Pickle. He's in the foreground. He's in the background of your shot. My apologies.
They're side by side coming out of the pits.
Side by side out of the pit lane.
On Pickle. Just barely gets it done.
Pickle hit the wall.
He gets DRS as well.
Oh, Paddy, you silly, silly boy.
Don't forget though, Paddy is on fresh mediums, so Paddy has a tire advantage.
Especially at Baku. He's going to have to be very careful, especially through Sector 2 in the castle section. We've seen Sparrow. We've seen quite a few drivers already driving straight into that Turn 7 wall. Just going to have to try and hope that these tyres get nice and warm, nice and toasty. Obviously, they've been in the blankets for 15 laps, so that's probably been about 20-25 minutes they've been in the blankets for, so they're going to be nice and warm, but he's going to have to be careful because they aren't going to be optimum.
We've got a battle for P10 here. Oh! Late on the brakes! Tran gets the move done on his teammate. What a send!
Well, I think there was contact between the Mercedes and Alvarez because he seemed to just let him back through.
Maybe.
Oh, he's going to go down the inside into Turn 7. Hold it here, guys. We go side by side at Castle.
Oliver Ritchie into the pits, and Sparrow gets a penalty for speeding.
10 seconds.
Here we go now. This is Paddy's chance down the main straight, gaining on Pickle. We saw these two battling at the start of this race as well, and this time Paddy is going to breeze past. Let's see if he can keep this position through the second straight as well.
The Aston of Smith into the pit lane. Now do we for a front wing change? Ritchie has pit in the meantime onto the medium tyres. There's Smith, does indeed get a front wing change. The Aston Martin, British Racing Green, number 28, pulls back onto the track with the new front wing, with the fresh tyres. He'll be P9, maybe P10.
He's got a yellow flag in the first sector. It was Divine who caused it. And it also got a lapped car. That was Sparrow going slowly.
It's him just retiring. Divine, I didn't cause it.
Mihu has gained quite dramatically on Marios here, but didn't have an exit that he would have wanted, so he drops back a little bit, and he will have to get another crack of the whip on the next lap.
Here we go. Yuri! Penalty!
Yuri picks up a penalty. It goes from bad to worse for the Ferrari.
Still be in the P2 though. He's got some. Whoa!
Clips the wall.
Pickle into the wall. And Yuri.
Pickle and Yuri clip the wall at the exit of 15.
I love helicopter cam. I love helicopter cam. It's amazing. Helicopter cam might just be my favourite camera.
Might be the best camera. Hands down.
Not that bloody crappy drone one they used in like Spain earlier this season.
I like that one.
What?
That one was cool. The overhead shot.
The camera being strapped to a pigeon. Oh, Yuri nearly into the back of Pickle. Down the inside.
Yuri keeps pushing despite the adversity he's gone through so far in this race.
Look at what tyres Steps is on.
Oh, Steps goes from mediums to softs. He is being brave today.
Oh, Paddy, does he hold it around the outside in turn 4? Can he be Fernando Alonso? Getting the switchback into turn 5. Can't hold it. He looks about it, thinks about it, going on the inside in turn 5. It's not a very smart move. Yuri, he's got very oversteery all of a sudden. I'm not all that surprised, to be fair. His medium seems to have taken a beating, especially if he keeps locking up. Like I predicted, Haaland, he hasn't pitted yet. We need to pit soon. These hards are going to start dropping for him, but he's still doing some pretty good sectors out on the racetrack. But he will be pitting soon, I am sure of it. I think only Haaland.
Maybe looking to build a gap to Kaká so he can come out of the pits ahead of the Williams driver.
Ahead anyway. will come out ahead anyway. I know the undercut is strong here, but I think Kaka will need to gain those 4 seconds at least. And on Haaland, this race, it just doesn't seem possible. The Alpine driver and the Baku street circuit seem to have just clicked. They seem to have formed a kinetic bond. I was trying to think of a science term to put that way, but I couldn't. It makes sense. I did fail science, so. Tell you what, though, Haaland, he does love mounting these curves, but what will happen with Yuri, Paddy, and Pickle? It's part 3 for these drivers, down to turn 3. Part 3, turn 3. What will happen? Will Paddy send it on Yuri?
Paddy has a look, doesn't send it though.
Yuri hit the wall! Yuri hit the wall! Paddy on the
Paddy's
outside.
got to run on him now.
Breaks early. Yuri outbreaks and switch back for Paddy. Hold it here, son. Hold it here.
Paddy is really forcing Yuri into some big-time mistakes here.
Divine down to 12th, down to 13th. Will he drop to 14th? No. It's Yuri's race to lose now, completely. Yuri's race to lose. He has to try and get away from these guys.
Don't forget, he does have that penalty. He could drop to as low as P6 if the race were to end right now. P5, sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, safe. That's pretty ambiguous. I would not be surprised if Steps can still be a challenger for this podium, though.
Especially on those soft tires.
It's very ambiguous to try and do 9 laps on the softs. Maybe 10 laps at an utmost reach. But I think it's very ambiguous to go a quarter of this race on the soft tyre. We saw Miho on the softs. He did have a spin at turn 1, though, don't forget, did Miho. So
Kaka is actually gaining on Haaland now, so it might be time to come in for the Alpine driver.
Second gains over the last few laps, so you can keep doing that. But honestly, at the rate Haaland is going, he could just stay out the entire race. I'd not be all that surprised. But Kaka still will be behind Haaland when Haaland comes out the pit lane.
The Steps has set the fastest lap. He's also overtaken Oliver Ritchie, so the Steps is on a charge. 8 seconds behind Pickle in P5.
Part 4, will Yuri make the same mistake? A simple front wheel tap on that turn 3 inside wall. It could take you out of the race. We've learned that before.
Very close. No margin for error.
And as a matter of fact, typing? Oh my god. Tapping any of these wing... I need a minute. Hang on, I'm having a bit of a stroke. Right, I've had a drink. We're all right now. Tapping any of these walls. I nearly did it again. Not having a good day. Yellow flag for Mr. Mihu, spinning it right round. He's got damage. This is not good. He can go onto the soft. Divine gets passed by Cutthroat, who is back in the session now for the first time in quite a while. Divine has to turn out of turn 3 there, nearly into the inside wall, as Haaland finally pits. He will not be getting jumped by Kaka. I think Kaka is just that little bit too far behind. He goes onto the soft tyres just as I predicted. Kaka is far too far behind. Kaka needed to be under at least 20 seconds, maybe even 18 seconds to Haaland, and he would have had a chance. But Haaland, he's going to go and finish at least 20 seconds ahead now. He's so much quicker today.
Especially on those soft compound tires, he can just cruise to the line now.
You're a bit far from the apex there at turn 1, but it is sometimes good just to not take that turn 1 curb. There's Richie and Steps. Steps hasn't actually gone away as much as he would have liked. He actually stayed fighting Richie as they go side by side into turn 2. The Haas and the RB, just like in real life, fighting for P6 and P7. So this is actually quite realistic with a Ferrari in P3, a Mercedes in P4, and a V-Guard in P6, a Haas in P7. Seems realistic enough, doesn't it?
Pretty close. McLaren's, though, if this is real life, that would not be a very good day for them.
It would not be. No, you are right. Mihu into the pit lane then. Will he retire for
Paddy
the race?
is barely keeping it in DRS to Yuri. Gap is 9 tenths. between the Mercedes and the Ferrari. He briefly lost it for a moment there, and he's just barely hanging on.
Don't forget the Yuri. He did have to pit just those few laps earlier. He actually gets purple sector too. Apparently, Holland finishes his first lap on the soft compound. But they're both out of a second now. So I think as long as Yuri can just keep going and keep pumping in some good laps on the medium tyre, he could still have this P3 just for him. No more fighting now for the rest of this. However, there is one little battle, but it is under 3 temps, and it's under 5 temps now, so thank you for ruining my little segue there. Cutthroat for your little oversteer. But Cutthroat and Divino, we'll see what happens with them down at the turn 1. Cutthroat, he's got a lot of energy actually. Divino only on about
94% for Cutthroat.
Incredible. This guy's saving energy just like it's a maxed out Mighty car. It's actually really good. He engages Hard mode though. We'll see what comes of it. Will he even really clear Divino before the DRS? Here he comes, here he comes, here he comes. Here he comes.
Gaining in the slipstream, he doesn't need DRS.
There we go.
He is going to breeze past in the Haas car.
Both overtake Rios. Will Rios though be able to strike back on the other McLaren of Alves? He's not got the DRS.
Doesn't have the exit he needed.
He didn't get the exit he needed, you're right. What about Divino? 8 temps behind? No chance. Cutthroat though seems to be doing really well on those 8-lap old medium tyres. Obviously second longest medium tyre. Here goes Mihu on J. Very easily done. No DRS needed. Even though he's opened it anyway. But look at that. Just as I say actually, I mentioned Yuri pulling away earlier. Look at that. 2.1 seconds in a lap.
That just goes to show how important DRS is. As soon as Paddy lost it, he's just lost 1.1 in 1 lap.
Maybe Paddy, he's struggling with tyre wear. Yuri isn't. It's incredible.
Paddy on 2-lap old mediums in theory, 2-lap fresher mediums.
And there's another Mercedes in the wall.
And that would be James on the exit of turn 3.
It's too late for a safety car, though. It's too late for a safety car. But if there were to be a safety car, Yuri would fall. It would not be a happy man.
Paddy's still making a case for the podium, though. Gap is 2.3 now. Looks like he made a bit of a mistake. At turn 3, it's going to be a fight to the end with 4.5 laps remaining here in Baku.
Look at the gap. 2 attempts to hard. Seems to have just come back completely for Pickle.
Yeah, Pickle can even challenge for the podium here.
Really in the back. I think Pickle, though, he has to pass Paddy as soon as humanly possible. Because if Paddy goes into the wall and doesn't go, then Pickle's going straight with him for the shadow rounds.
Paddy seems to be getting pressured by Pickle behind, and it's clearly affecting his driving. He's now dropped out of the penalty zone from Yuri ahead. So if I'm Pickle, I am trying to get ahead as soon as possible because he has a chance at the podium.
Helicopter cam. Good. Pickle, though, he's got a full front wing. Paddy doesn't. He's only going to be quicker. Paddy's only going to be quicker than Pickle down the straight lines because he's got that little bit less aero. Through the few kinks just before the front straight, it's not going to go well for him because he's going to have to lift just that tiny bit. But Pickle gets past before the DRS is even detected. So I think for Paddy's sake, he could just pit, get a front wing change, and he can still get a P6. He'd have to push very, very hard though. He would come quite far behind Richie.
These drivers have just gained almost a second due to having DRS. Right now, Yuri is a net P5. So these two could actually help each other out if they stay in DRS, and that would help them both get ahead of Yuri.
I don't think that'll happen.
Pickle seems to be pulling away a bit now. Let's see if Pickle can get that podium.
I think Pickle's going to get the podium. I don't think Paddy is going to be at all quick enough through Sector 2.
And Paddy's already dipped out of DRS. He's losing loads of time.
Oh, Pickle actually taps the wall there on the inside through turn 6. But he's still gaining. I mean, it is only 2.7. So anything can still happen, especially if these guys have a massive lockup. You just tap the wall and they lose their end plate.
The mistakes are crucial, and one small mistake can mean the difference between P3 and P4.
He does not. He managed to replace his front wing. It seems. These guys, they're very, very quick from what I've been watching today. I mean, what a brilliant race to be able to join to do my first commentary on. It is
Glad to
brilliant
have
what
you here,
these guys
mate.
are doing. I mean, it's nice to be back doing some commentary. I haven't done it for quite some time. So, I would say I've been resting my voice, but I've been kind of just screaming on Gran Turismo. So, not really resting my voice. Giving it a beating here and there.
Does Pickle have better straight line speed than Yuri? It's very close.
Smith! What's he done? What's he done?
Naismith.
Spins it round, so Smith will be out of the points.
Out of the real life points. In DER, as long as you finish, you will be getting some sort of points.
Oh, it's alright then, I'll shut it.
Yeah.
If only it was that in Gran Turismo. Might give some convincing to Aranya to finish. Do you do comms for Div 2 as well then, Mickey?
Yeah, mainly I do Division 2, but this week I'm unavailable for Div 2, so me and Villiers, the Div 1 commentator, have switched.
Who's the other commentator? Because I know Thomas used to do them.
Yeah, Thomas used to be the commentator here. It's Sir Villiers now. He used to drive in D1.
Thomas used to drive in Div 1, what?
No, Sir Villiers used to drive in Div 1.
Right.
He actually won the championship before he started commentating.
Champion, contender, turned commentator. Sounds like me.
It's not looking too great for Pickle. He loses even more time to turn 15.
Tilo spins round. Haaland in the pits again. He's going to lose the position. Has Haaland just tapped the wall? He might just be going for another set of soft tyres. This is actually really brave from the Alpine driver.
This is an interesting call.
He doesn't change his wing.
The Alpine team.
Get the lead? I think Kaka is going to get the lead.
Maybe just trying to make it interesting. Who knows? But it's gonna be. It's gonna be Kaka, just barely.
I mean, we all know that Haaland is just going to breeze past him.
Right here, maybe.
More yellows in sector 2. Oh my god, we've had a crash in Castle. Somebody's finally crashed in Castle, and I don't quite believe it. Maybe Haaland is just using Kaka for this DRS. He wants to keep getting the fastest lap. Not that he needs to. He's got the fastest lap by a country mile compared to the next nearest person, who I think is...
It is the
140.1.
steps. Yeah.
So he's nearly a full second faster on the fastest lap. So I think it's incredible, really. Smith, he spins round again.
Believe it or not, he's actually out of DRS as we go through the castle section. Now, this is where he's going to have the grip advantage. But he's still kind of losing time. 9.8. Kaka's got a full battery as well. Has Haaland just dug himself into a hole here by making that extra pit stop? That was completely unnecessary, and I really don't understand why. But this can be Kaka's win. Let's see what the Williams driver can do. Naismith has retired. Looks like it's in the pit lane. Maybe not. Maybe it was because of a crash.
One lap to go. It is in the pit lane. No,
it is in the pit lane. And Haaland is out of DRS. What is going on? Is this going to be Kaka's win? He's starting the final lap now.
Dear God, please let Haaland make a mistake so Kaka win, because it would be so goddamn funny.
Oh, Haaland turning on the Jets now. 1.1, the gap between the Williams and the Alpine. He has the clear advantage through the corners.
Slow him up for sector 2. Hold him up for Yuri, Kaka. Come on. It's Sergio Perez, this guy. Haaland a little bit deep.
Gaining loads of time through the middle sector. That's the purple first sector. He's absolutely flying. Oh, and he gets an incredible exit. And he's going to retake the lead. What a job there from Haaland.
Oh, Kaka, my friend. What did
Had us on the edge of our seats, but don't go just yet. Kaka's got a full battery, and he's going to have DRS down the main straight. Oh, but Alan has just increased that gap to 1.1, so it looks like this race is going to be his. It was his all along, but he's just made it interesting.
Just felt like it, you know. That's great.
Just a chill guy who likes to make the races interesting for the commentators.
What a fella, what a fella. Look at Divine Eye and Cutthroat.
Divine.
Who's going to get the final real points playing position?
We're going to have to cut back to this later. The Alpine driver, Holland, he's going to come across the line to win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Next across the line is Kaka in P2.
Yuri P3.
And Yuri will finish the podium.
With the penalty. 1.6 seconds the gap will be. Pickle P4. Paddy P5. Steps will be P6. Richie will be P7. What a race those four gave us. It's spread out a little bit at the end. But look at the gap they've got behind Sir Alves. They're not even out of sector 2 yet.
We've still got some battles going on. Marios fighting G for P8. He's got a 7/10 gap. Let's see if the main straight can do it for him. It might be enough.
Through the final braking zone, he's had a really good exit. This could be enough. This could be
I think he's going to do it. I think Marios is going to do it.
We're going to have a photo finish, he says, for the first
G does have more battery, though, and they're both using everything that they've got. I think Marios is going to get it done here.
I think he might. I don't think he will.
With the DRS, DRS is open now. Oh, and the ERS is going to bail out G. Divine now. He can't get it done either.
But what a race these guys have given us.
What a finish.
What a race. That was incredible. So, your top three, Haaland in the Alpine, Williams of Kaka, and the Ferrari of Yuri. What a race, though. These guys gave us, I mean, like, it's incredible. I mean, 4 retirements. All of them were in the pit lane. But, yeah, I mean...
Was a great showing from the D1 drivers here today. And Miu comes home in 12th place.
Yeah, I'm very impressed. I know there's not anyone in my stream. There'll be quite a few more. But for my first race, doing some co-commentating, I'm really impressed with you guys. I mean, I should do this every week.
Driver of the day goes to G.
What a guy. You guys, do you guys do interviews here?
I used to do it. I haven't done it yet this season. We could do it today if you want.
No, it's alright. It's alright.
At least with Holland, maybe. Actually, I think I've tried with him before, but he.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's someone that doesn't speak English very well, and they chose not to do it.
It's okay then. But 44
Save it for next time. Maybe you can join me for D2, and for sure we can do an interview there. I know the driver is a lot better in that division.
Heck yeah.
The Bartow 4, Super Sean, Shiv, Kev the Slice. Yeah. All right.
I'm going to end my stream here, though. So, from my aspect of the stream, thank you guys for making my first race so enjoyable. From Logan, it is au revoir, arrivederci, adios, and bye-bye now.
What an ending. Incredible stuff.
My gosh. Are you still streaming?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. I will wait just a couple of minutes then.
All right. Thank you everyone for watching. It was a pleasure. Thank you for having me here in D1 today. And I will see you next week. Peace.